I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Cubs vs. Rays. My team pick is Chicago to win. On paper, this is a very even matchup between two teams that have underperformed to expectations in 2024, and that's also what we've seen in recent years when they go head-to-head, with their record sitting at 5-5 in their past 10 meetings. The Cubs come in as slight favorites on the road for this intriguing matchup, and with the inconsistency of Taj Bradley on the mound for Tampa Bay, it's boom or bust for the Rays, with recent momentum behind Chicago. Expect them to pick up a huge win in this one. My total pick is under 9 runs. In recent years, the strength of both these teams has been their pitching staff, and while they've not been as good thus far in 2024, the pitching still dominates when they play, with the under sitting at 7-3 in their past 10 head-to-head encounters. For the Cubs, the under comes in at 5-4-1 in their past 10 overall games, with just 19 runs scored in their past 6 games played on the road, and for the Rays, the under sits at 4-5-1 in their past 10, with under 3 runs scored per game in their past 6 overall. Keep it simple, take the under. Marlins vs. Mets. My team pick is Mets minus 1.5 runs. The Mets have been playing better as they have won 5 of their last 7 games. New York will start Luis Severino, who has an ERA of 2.61 during home games. He is playing much better in the past month for the Mets, and he should be able to take down the Marlins, who have a batting average of .225 during road games. The Marlins have lost 7 of their last 9 games as the pitching has been poor and the offense has not done enough. The Marlins are going to continue to struggle until a real turnaround occurs. The Mets will take the win on Thursday and secure the series. Take the Mets to cover. My total pick is over 8.5 runs. The offense for both teams is below average and in some categories is rated as one of the worst. The total has been placed fairly low, but I believe this will be a high-scoring game. The total has hit 8 runs or more in 8 of Luis Severino's 12 starts. Expect the Marlins to have the opportunities to score runs. The Mets will also be able to get to Miami's bullpen, which has been poor this season. Take the over on Thursday. Phillies vs. Red Sox. My team pick is Phillies to win. Both Tanner Houck and Aaron Nola have been pitching extremely well, but there is a difference as Aaron Nola is 4-0 with a 1.82 ERA and a .174 batting average against in 5 road starts, while Tanner Houck is 2-3 with a 2.11 ERA and a 1.00 whip in 7 home starts. These offenses are showing a slight difference, as well as the Phillies are averaging 4.92 runs in their last 24 games, while the Red Sox are scoring 4.69 runs in their previous 26 games. Go with the Philadelphia Phillies to pick up a win on the road to wrap up this series as the better option. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. In the previous 7 starts, these pitchers are doing extremely well, as Aaron Nola is 4-1 with a 2.40 ERA and a 0.89 whip in 45.0 innings, while Tanner Houck is 3-3 with a 2.17 ERA and a 0.92 whip in 45.2 innings during that stretch. When diving into the offenses, the Phillies are scoring 4.72 runs in their 29 road games, while the Red Sox are averaging 3.94 runs in their 33 games played at Fenway Park. These bullpens are also doing well, as Philadelphia is 8th in the sport with a 3.48 reliever ERA, while Boston is 9th with a 3.50 bullpen ERA. All in all, go with the under as the better play, as these are 2 of the best pitchers in the sport right now. Athletics vs. Twins. My team pick is Twins minus 1.5 runs. This should be a fun American League clash on Thursday night, but after analyzing a few key metrics, I think it'll be the Twins who take care of business in the series opener. I'll lay the 1.5 runs with Minnesota in this spot. For starters, they're turning to Joe Ryan, who has been the ace of the team with his 3.30 ERA and 0.97 WHIP. The right-hander gets an Oakland offense that has been one of the worst in the MLB over the last 14 days, sitting 29th in Fangraphs WOBA, .264, and 25th in WRC Plus, 74. Furthermore, over a small sample size of 14 at-bats, Ryan has limited the A's to a slash line of just .214/.353/.286. Between Ryan and Minnesota's offense, which is averaging 9.25 runs per game over their last 4 games, I think the Twins minus 1.5 is the correct side to play in this one. My total pick is over 8 runs. Let's pick up right where we left off, and that's with the fact that the Twins are averaging 9.25 runs per game over their last 4 games. They're red hot right now, so I'm going to play the over in this spot. Honestly, there's a chance that they clear this total by themselves. Minnesota will be tasked with scoring on Luis Medina, who brings in a 5.23 ERA and 1.35 WHIP over 2 starts, 10.1 IP. He just got shelled for 6 earned runs over 4.2 innings against the Blue Jays, walking 5 batters. Minnesota walks in 8.8% of their at-bats against RHP, 11th most, so if they're patient at the plate, they could pour it on. Let's sit back and root for offense in this one. Give me the over. White Sox versus Mariners. My team pick is Seattle to win. The Mariners did well to dispatch the White Sox over the first 2 games of the series, winning the first game by 4 runs and the second by 1. Seattle's offense was working just fine in both of those games, and now they put their ace to the hill to tame one of the tamest lineups in the game. Despite his record, Castillo has been strong. Prior to his last outing, he allowed 2 earned runs or less in 10 straight starts. Coming off of a stinker, I expect him to be firing, and he had just the lineup in front of him to get immediately back on track. His opposition, Crochet, has been excellent this season but tends to be a bit wilder at home, allowing 11 walks, than on the road, where he's allowed just 6. Seattle will take advantage of that and leave the Windy City with another win in their pocket. My total pick is under 6.5 runs. This is about as low as you will see a total due to the pitching matchup. Crochet hasn't allowed more than 1 earned run in each of his last 7 starts, a span in which he allowed a combined 5 runs to be scored against him. He also allowed only 2 home runs in that stretch and hasn't allowed any in his last 2 outings. Castillo was bit by a hot Royals lineup in his last outing, so scratching that we see he allowed just 2 hits in his start prior against the Angels. The White Sox offense offers nothing that the veteran shouldn't be able to handle. These are 2 bottom third offenses in terms of scoring runs, which is kind of important to the process here. There have been 69 games between these 2 teams which have hit the under this year. Angels versus Diamondbacks. My team pick is Angels to win. When looking at the starting pitchers' last 7 starts, there is a gap here as Griffin Canning is 1-3 with a 2.66 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP in 40.2 innings, while Brandon Pfaadt is 1-4 with a 4.57 RA and a 1.15 WHIP in 43.1 innings in that span. When looking at the pitching staffs throughout the month of June, the Angels are 23rd in the majors with a 4.96 team ERA in their 9 games, while the Diamondbacks are 29th with a 5.83 team ERA in their June 10th games. All in all, go with the Los Angeles Angels to pick up a win here. My total pick is over. When looking at how these teams are producing offensively in the last week, these teams have shown the ability to score. Arizona is averaging 5.2 runs in their last 5 games, while Los Angeles is scoring 3.75 runs in their previous 4 games. These bullpens have also been brutal this year, as the Diamondbacks are 23rd with a 4.38 reliever ERA, while the Angels are 29th with a 4.92 bullpen ERA up to this point. Go with the over as the better option in this game. Rangers versus Dodgers. My team pick is Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. The Dodgers won Game 1 in a blowout and lost Game 2 in a close and low-scoring game. LA has the better record and rank in the top 4 in the majors in runs scored and team ERA, while Texas does not rank in the top 15 in either category. Grove makes his second start of the season, and his longest appearance was only 3 innings. He will pitch well in a short outing and then hand the ball off to an LA bullpen that ranks second in baseball and bullpen ERA. Don't look for the Rangers to get many runs at all in this game. The Dodgers will be decent at the dish, but not great facing Lorenzen, who has been solid in his last several starts but has not gotten much run support. LA will get the win with solid pitching, and they will also win by at least 2 runs, so take the run line to get better odds. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Game 1 went over and Game 2 went under, and for Game 3, I am leaning towards the under. While the Dodgers have one of the most loaded lineups in the majors and scored 15 runs in Game 1 of this series, they only scored 2 runs in Game 2. They will get more, but not much more facing Lorenzen. He has pitched well as of late and will be pretty good in this game, but like in most of his starts lately, he will not get much run support. Grove is making only his second start of the season, but he and the LA bullpen, which ranks second in the bigs in bullpen ERA, will keep the Texas bats in check. This interleague series finale will be a lower scoring game, like the last one, so the under is the pick.